Hey folks, welcome back to another Poem Master video, and today let's talk a bit about the things with Gladion and Magearna that's dropping later tonight, which honestly, since my sleep schedule is completely screwed up, I might as well just stream at, when it drops, so okay. Anyways, yeah, this unit is freaking good, man. This is a great unit. This is an amazing unit, right? So yeah, things with Gladion, Magearna, just in general, right? It's Masterfair. It's a striker, fairy type striker, and let's just go over some of the upsides first. First of all, it's the best fairy type damage dealer. It is. It's the best fairy type damage dealer, by far. Like it's yeah, you got so much going for it. First of all, the just regular move, the flare cannon, is pretty powerful, right? I mean, that's a 240 BP, right? 4 gauges. Does lower your special attack by 2, but nope, it doesn't actually, because in your passive, when the stat is lowered, actually, I guess not in this. No. Oh yeah, it's the first part over here. The user stats can be lowered, right? So you're good. And also, if the opponent tries to lower your stats, you reflect those lowered stats back to them as well. So that's also pretty nice. So yeah, you got that going for him. You got got a few multipliers here. You got super duper effective 2, which is not that great a multiplier, but still. Got overpower, right? You also have 400 special attack, right, at the base. If you EX that, that's 440. That's a lot of special attack. And then also you have this massive B move as well, which is kind of insane, right? So this is kind of like the Singsuit Lysander B move in a way, except like fairy version. And base 264, base power 5 and activation condition is really easy. You just have to use a move once, right? And first of all, it never misses. And then that's not even like the end of the base power, right? The more the currently targeted opponent's special attack is lowered, the greater the power of this attack. So yeah, it has like a built-in overpower there as well. And then it's AoE no split damage. And yeah, and the more the opponent's special attack is lower, the more it increases special move up next, right? So you could get extra up to +3 special move up next for your next floor cannon, which is pretty good. As well, right? So yeah, just a lot of just offensive stuff for this unit. Also, you got another special move up next up, on your training move there as well. And yeah, I mean, if we go to runner's calcs, right? Not only does he have by far the strongest fairy type single hit damage with his B move, he also has the second highest with his regular move, which you could use infinite times, right? Gauge willing. It's not like that much more than New Year's Alicia, but New Year's Alicia is already really good. So, yeah, we already know how good that is. It's big regular move damage dealer. The sync is all right. It's as good as, again, it's just as good as New Year's Alicia, which is pretty darn good, right? I mean, everyone above him is just Tex, right? So yeah, and also the fact that since he is striker, he also has soften up, right? So you don't have to, as long as you max out crit, you don't have to worry about, whoops, let me move that back. You don't have to worry about the AoE not critting all of them, right? So that's also great. And then, obviously, Alola Spirit, you get buffed by that too. And outside of all that, right? You just overall. Oh, by the way, the sync is you got brain power, for the sync, if you're wondering, and Speedster sync 3. And oh yeah, also the B move, it is only 1 MP, right? But you do have at 3 out of 5, you could get 1 MP back. So like, yeah. 2 uses of this is pretty good, right? So, okay, all right. So that aside, in terms of the stat buffs, it's it does have full, self-sufficiency over there, right? The train move does cost you a few gauges, right? So it is 4 gauges, but it does give you +6 special attack, +3 crit. You get a free move next, and you get +1, special move up next. So I think that's a pretty good trade-off, personally. So yeah, that's pretty nice. Also, if you are worrying about the speed, because it is like a big 4-gauge damage dealer, it does have pretty good base speed, right? And then on top of that, you have X speed plus, which you could use to max out your speed. And then on top of that, you do have the sprint EX roll. So if you do EX roll that, you get even more speed over there, right? So that helps at least, right? And then one other thing is it does special attack debuff, right? There's a few ways. You could sync debuff, or you could just attack them and debuff it by 2 every time you attack them. So yeah. Anyways, so that's some of the upsides over there. Again, there's just a lot of other special move up next that you get, different conditions here and there. So as for the downsides, the downsides of this unit is very, 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 very serious. Nothing. Okay, I guess there's no. Okay, maybe not completely nothing, but the unit itself is fine. I guess you could maybe say it cost a bit, because you might want 3 out of 5, so you could get the sync move, the B move MP back thing, overpower, or, the multipliers, right? Maybe you could say, okay, maybe that's a downside, but that's not the unit itself at its full potential, right? But yeah, I guess that's one. And maybe the gauges, because again, it is a pretty heavy 4-gauge unit, but we already talked about speed wise, it does have a lot of things to help with that, so I don't think it's gonna be that bad, right? So anyways, yeah, that's just some of the upsides, downsides with this unit. Now let's talk a bit about synchro lucky skills, team comp, all that stuff. In terms of lucky skills, crit strike 2, you could always do that, right? Yeah, I mean, there's really not much this unit needs, so if you want more damage, go for more damage. That's fine. And yeah, sync grid wise, starting from 2 out of 5. 2 out of 5, you have a few small. It's 2 out of 5 you get the small multipliers, and 3 out of 5 you get the bigger ones. I thought it's a super duper effective too at overpower. The difference is 10%, right? At max. But it's just, this is only for super effective, right? So yeah. Anyways, yeah, you go all the way up there, pick up super duper effective 2, come down here, pick up speedster sync if you're synced with them, which I'd probably only suggest if you don't really have a better option and you haven't EX rolled. But otherwise, I'd probably just sync with someone else, right? Yeah, I don't really care about these two. You pick them up if you really want, if it's shorter battle or whatever, but otherwise maybe this special boost up 9. Yeah, and then for the rest you can just fill with just Flare Cannon, B Flare Cannon, power-ups, whatever, right? Stat boost maybe here and there. Not that much to really go for at 2 out of 5. Again, 3 out of 5 is where you get the big stuff. You get this the B move back, right? So especially if you're syncing with them, you could, I mean, well, you have to sync with them to get it back. So yeah, go pick that up. You come over here, pick these up, and boom, you just got a really, really high power sort of build over here. You could do some other stuff if you really want, but I feel like it's pretty much this, right? If you're syncing with them. So yeah. Team comp wise, there's a few ways you could go about it, right? If you just want to throw out a full fairy team over here, right? You could run him with someone like Singsu Wally, right? Singsu Wally is nice. Since Wally, first of all, you get the AoE fairy rebuff since his B move is an AoE no split damage thing, so that's nice. And then also, they do share a few multipliers, right? You got overpower here with Wally as well, and Wally could also come in and just boom, give you -4 special attack, right, from his B move there as well. So they complement each other pretty well. Obviously, you got Fairy Zone there too. And then Penny is just Penny's just Penny, right? I mean, it's first of all, it's just a great support overall, and yeah, you also get that extra fairy rebuff there too, right? You know, debuff opponent's special defense. It's just a really great special debuffer, right? And you know, with these two, you could get fairy zone, you get -3 fairy type rebuff, right? All that stuff, and yeah, I think that's pretty nice. There aren't any like Alolan units over here though, but you know, otherwise, I mean, you could also probably throw in maybe Diantha. They also share the you know, against special attack debuff multiplier over here, right? She has Devastation. Although Gladion sinks harder, so but like maybe if you want like Mega Diantha out there. Although this is a bit worrisome just because her speed isn't that good and the gauges over here are going to be kind of bad, so this might not be the best fit. Maybe instead of Penny you want perhaps like a better like gauge support, right? So yeah, you probably want something like that in that case, I guess, right? As for some other options, if you want to run like Alolan supports, right, you could run Mina, right? The Rain's not going to do all that much for the sake of Rain itself, but you do have Fairy Zone debut and extension over here at least, which is nice. And you know, since he can max out all his own stats, all that stuff, you can just run Mina as like a defensive tank support, right? Which he does mostly anyways, right? If you want, you could run his sister as well, right? I mean, she does have that Moonblast. Yeah, again, it might be a bit tough on the gauges, but you know, you get that extra Alola Master Passive, double Alola Master Passive over here, right? If you run another Alolan support like Amina, then you got 3 Alolan units over there. And off type, you could also run his mom, I guess, Things at Luzamine, or regular Luzamine if you really want. Although I don't really recommend that. I mean, well, you know, she is good with gauges at least. But yeah, those are some options. You could play around with it, see what happens. Yeah, I guess you could also use this one. It's not that great of a unit overall, but you know, it's a solid fairy type Technuker, I guess. Right, and you know, also help with the multipliers a bit there. So yeah, quite a lot of options. Obviously, the support doesn't have to be just those two. Just any solid special attack support that at least you know, gauges wise would be fine. Then you're good, right? You know, Iono recently, even older ones like Singsu Brendan. Can't believe Singsu Brendan's pretty old now. Champion Blue, whatever, right? So yeah, a lot of options. Overall, great unit. Again, it's the best fairy type damage deal in the game, right? And you know, with the Alolan Master Passive, it does have a lot of options you could probably pick from. None of them are really good though, because like, again, like the best Alolan fairy type damage dealer outside of him is like Annie Lily, which isn't great, but you know, there are a lot of options there at least, right? So you know, you could try them out. But yeah, overall, I don't think it matters that much most times, just because he could probably just carry it all himself. I mean, you could put a potato, just like whatever random like Alolan unit in like the 3rd slot, and you'd probably be fine, right? Just run like Hau or something for like the gauges. Or whatever, right? And yeah, you'll be good, right? Just yeah, he's pretty much a one-man wrecking ball, right? He's a striker, man. This is a striker. This is what I like to see from strikers, okay? Very simple. If you are a striker, what I want you to do is do damage and do a lot of it. And that's exactly what he does. So anyways, overall, in terms of like a pull rate wise, he is a great unit, but I do kind of have to dock a few points from him because of the fact that you have to be wary. This is the 4.5 anniversary run-up unit, which means we are getting the 4.5 anniversary next month, right? If this is the run-up unit, oh boy, watch out for what the actual anniversary units are. Although we did have the Annie, Steven, Annie, Lily versus Lear situation, a few years ago. But, I think they learned their lesson. I don't think that's really happened in the past few anniversaries that much in comparison. So, yeah. That's the only thing. So I'll give him like a 8.9 out of 10. Again, the only reason why he's not really 9 above is just because you probably want to save your gems to at least see what happens during that, anniversary first, right? Because I'm pretty sure his banner will still be up throughout, so we'll at least be able to see what we get for the anniversary first before really deciding to go for him or not. But hey, if you decide, screw it, I just like this guy, big fan of Gladion, the outfit is great, right? I like Magearna or whatever, go for it. Even if the anniversary units are better, this is not a bad investment regardless. Like, if you pull him, good for you, right? Don't feel bad about it. So, anyways, that's really this one, I guess. Hope you all enjoyed. Guys, think in the comments down below. Like, enjoy the videos for our channel, some more Opponent Masters content. And yeah, I'll see you guys later tonight then, maybe. No promises, but that's a plan so far.